Hello, my name is Faith. I'm an artist. I like to dabble in all different kinds of mediums.
I don't consider myself a professional artist by any means, but I do enjoy learning and creating new things all the time. In today's video, I'm going to sketch while introducing myself and answering some questions that I collected from my Instagram. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions for me. Since this is my first video, I thought it would be good to introduce myself. Also, posting the first video seems daunting, and this video idea seemed like the most natural way for me to break the ice. Without further ado, I'm gonna start answering some questions about myself. The first question is, what mediums of art do you enjoy creating with? I love dabbling in all different kinds of art. I love using watercolors, acrylic, gouache. I also love creating digital art. I've created poster designs in Photoshop and Illustrator. I've created some logos, but I've also enjoyed drawing and painting digitally in Procreate on my iPad. I love sketching, and occasionally I will use charcoal, even though it is quite messy. I also love photography. The next question is, how long have you created art? I've created art since I was very young. I remember that in the first grade, I would carry around a mini notebook everywhere that I would go, and I would constantly sketch in it. I love drawing from real life. I would sketch cool lights, cups, vases, plants. When I took notes throughout school, they would be covered in doodles of flowers and faces and eyes. Art has always been one of my favorite subjects in school, but I really loved all my classes. Art has always been a part of my life, and in college I got a degree in journalism with a specialization in digital design. I also got a degree in folklore where I was able to study art from all around the world in different styles and different mediums. The next question is, have you taken art classes? If so, which ones? I took most of my art classes in high school. I think one of the first ones I took was 2D and 3D art. In that class, we created a variety of different projects. I think one of the first ones was creating our name in bubble letters. I think we used oil pastels for that one. We did different still lifes. We did paintings, portraits. And eventually we ended up creating clay sculptures, and I think that is the hardest subject for me. I created a scary rabbit, and that is the one medium I stay away from. After my 2D and 3D art class, I took a photography class where we started with film and moved on to digital in the second semester. I really enjoyed that class, working, especially the film portion, working in the dark room and editing photos and messing with all the chemicals. There's so much you can do in a dark room that I had no idea. I just thought you develop the photo and you're done, but there's so much more than that. At one point we did a pinhole photography project where we had a little box with a pinhole in it, and you lift the flap, count how many seconds you need to for the photo to develop, and then bam, you got a photo from a box. After that, we did the digital portion, and in that class, or that portion of the class, we learned Photoshop. We had an art show, and I think I won first or second place for my photo. I took a picture of my brother floating with an umbrella, and that was a hard one to Photoshop. I had to completely reconstruct his shoe pixel by pixel, but it was definitely worth it in the end. In college, I also took photography and digital design classes for my journalism degree. I created flyer designs, logo designs, magazine markups, and layouts, and then lots of photography, learning how to edit photos for journalism stories. The next question is, what's your biggest inspiration for making art? So I'm going to answer this in two ways. Why I make art, or the short version of why I make art, and then what inspires me in my art. So art, like I said, has always been a part of my life. When I was feeling upset or sad or mad, I would create art and it would help calm me. It's been a way for me to channel or get through my big emotions throughout my life. And it also helps confidence. I really love creating pieces that people feel inspired by or compliment me on. I mean, who doesn't love a good compliment? So, I love creating art because I want to share my art with the world. And also, my biggest thing is telling people that, like, anybody can be an artist. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to know the techniques and all that good stuff, but I was a teacher and I really wanted to inspire my kids to create and learn new things. I think it's super important for people to find some form of creative outlet, so I just want to inspire other people to create as well. When it comes to what inspires my art, I really like nature. I love doing really any art regarding nature, whether it's landscapes or flowers or animals. I really just love nature. One of my friends told me that when I asked what she thought my art style was, she was like, I get Mother Nature vibes. You create landscapes and animals and flowers. You just Mother Nature, Mother Earth. So yeah, I would say I'm very inspired by nature. It's just so pretty and yeah, just very inspirational to me. Anytime I go visit a new place, I try to take reference photos of any animals I see or any cool landscapes or layouts that I want to try to recreate in my art. So the next question is, what kinds of YouTube videos will you post? So obviously we're pretty early on in the process, so it's hard to say exactly what I'm gonna post, but I have a rough idea on some things I want to focus on. In the beginning of 2024, I started my art business. I've been selling at craft shows, and I sell art prints, original art, bookmarks, stickers, all that good stuff. And so I kind of want to have a little series where I talk about my tips and tricks for being an art business and being a vendor, because it can be really complicated and daunting at first and scary. Another part I want to focus on in my videos is art education, looking at art history or people who've made a big difference in art. I would love to focus on an artist for a video and talk about what they've done for the art community and maybe create a piece inspired by that. Another part I want to focus on for my video is just art advice in general. I'm constantly learning every day, but I've learned some helpful tips and tricks for using different mediums, so I'd love to make videos kind of sharing and inspiring other people to create and use different mediums. Another part I would like to focus on is art classes. One thing I would like to get back to is the fundamentals and the just square one for art. I want to go back and look at the elements of art. I want to look at color theory and principles of design. So if I could create a video series outlining that to help encourage other people learn as well, I think that would be super fun. And last but not least, I kind of want to do art challenges. I've always enjoyed watching art YouTubers do art challenges, like creating an art piece from an art subscription box, or prompt art challenges, or creating art with an art supply haul from, Etsy or Discount Part or Dollar Tree. So just doing fun little challenges I think would be super fun for my channel. If you guys have any other ideas on what you would like to see for my YouTube channel, feel free to comment below, because like I said, we're in the beginning and we're still trying to figure out. I'm finding my footing and I want to make stuff that people would like to see, so I'd definitely love to hear from you. The next question is, how do you approach a new project or medium that you're unfamiliar with? So as I might have said, one of my favorite things is to go to a craft store and go to their clearance section and buy new art supplies I've never used before. Usually when I do this, I will start by just jumping straight in. I get a new art supply, I will mess around with it, see what it can do, see how it reacts to different things. And then after that, I might look up some tutorial videos so I don't get super frustrated. But yeah, that's usually my process. When I'm starting a new project or a new art piece, I try to kind of sketch out what I want to do. And then, I mean, it kind of depends on the project. So if I want to do a painting, I might go to my sketchbook, sketch out kind of the layout of what I want to do, and then I'll do a light sketch on my canvas. Recently, I've been doing like a layer of paint that's brightly colored and paint over that, and I think it's been super nice. I saw other people doing that, like an underpainting or kind of, I don't know, I think it's really helping my art though with my colors, so we're gonna continue doing that. And then I was gonna go for it. I'm pretty impatient, so sometimes I will mess up my paintings by trying to paint too quickly all at once and not waiting for layers to dry. But once I get through all that, then the painting's finished. I'm also bad about wanting to do a painting in one sitting, and that's just not how life works. But also, if I don't do it in one sitting, then it tends to sit for a long time without me doing it, because my brain does not, like, I don't know, I just forget it's there or something. So recently I installed a little shelf right above my desk to put my work in progresses, so that I'm actually inspired to go back and complete them. I have had a little sea turtle that I've been wanting to paint, and I've had it unfinished for 2 years, which is pretty crazy. And at this point I'm just too scared to finish it. The next question is, do you have any pets? I have a cat, and he is a flame point Siamese, and his name is Yuno. I call him Yunto sometimes, but he's Yuno. He's a sweet baby. He does act like a toddler sometimes and like to shove things off of counters when he's upset and throwing a fit, but he is a sweet little baby and I love him. The next question is, how do you stay motivated? So I work full time, and so sometimes I get home from work and I do not want to create. I just want to sit and watch TV and do nothing. And that's okay sometimes. But to motivate myself to create, even when I'm tired, I do a few things. Number one, I surround myself with creative people. I feel like it helps when I'm not feeling motivated. If one of my friends or my partner is creating, it makes me want to be creative and helps give me energy. So that's one thing I do. Another thing I do is I've been trying to go to creative events. So I'll go to art galleries. I'll go to craft shows and look at other people's art. I also, with social media, try to consume a lot of art, creative media. I'll look at people's process videos, I'll look at the things they're creating, and it helps inspire and motivate me to create. I would say that I've gotten to know some other really good artists, and I've interacted with them, and seeing their work really inspires me to create, and I hope I have the same effect on other people, or that's my goal at least. So yeah, I stay motivated by surrounding myself with other creativity or creative people. The next question is, do you have a job outside of being an artist? Yes, as I said, I have a full-time job. My job, it's an office job, so it's pretty calm. It's really the nicest job I've ever had. It's very calm, amazing coworkers. If it weren't for this job, I don't know if I'd be able to create as much art as I do. So I'm very, very thankful for this job, but at the end of the day, it is a job, and so sometimes I'm not feeling motivated to create art at the end of the day, but it is truly, I really love my job. The final question is, how do you define success as an artist? For many artists, I think success looks very different. Is it nice to get a lot of likes on your TikToks or your Instagram posts when you post your art? Yes. Is it nice making a lot of money at the craft shows you sell at? Yes. But for me, the thing that makes me feel the most fulfilled, I think, is seeing people get inspired or excited for my art. I think that is what makes me feel the most successful as an artist. When I go to craft shows and people look through my art and get so excited, and a lot of them will walk up and just be like, did you create all this? And they're just so impressed, and it makes me smile, and I mean, that makes me feel successful. And when I inspire other people to create art or try out a new thing because I posted a little tutorial on it, that makes me feel successful too. So, inspiring others and getting them excited about my art. That is all the questions I have for today. If you have a question that I did not answer, feel free to comment below. The next time I record a Q&A video, I might just answer one of your questions, so feel free to comment it. Like I said, this is a new thing for me, and so we're finding our footing, but my goal is to post on Fridays. We'll see how well I can stick to that in the beginning, but I'm hoping to build good habits so that I can post weekly. But because it might be a little shaky in the beginning, if you could turn on notifications so that you can see when I post, it would be super appreciated. You could see all the exciting things going on over here. You can also follow me on my socials. It's Art by Enchanted Fae. I have Instagram, TikTok. I do have Facebook if you use it. Yeah. Please let me know what sort of videos you'd be interested in, or if you had any questions that didn't get answered. That is all from me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. Bye!